Today is a great day for V-Rising. Just recently we got ourselves a video posted on the IGN channel titled The Official Build Your Castle Trailer. This trailer is probably the biggest reveal for the building system we've seen so far, and there's so much to unpack here. It starts off pretty simple, two vampires riding down the road and gathering some materials, right after we see some transitions through the different tiers of the building system. And I couldn't help but notice how the water well has changed into a beautiful fountain, with the wooden pillar used for lighting being changed into a more elegant pedestal to hold these torches. We can then see that expand into an even more detailed castle exterior. We've got new kinds of rugs that weren't showcased before in the previous building, standing candle lights, decorative clock and statue. It seems like we'll be able to do a lot with the building system in V-Rising. We next go to a scene that shows off the blood well, and if you don't remember what this is the core or the hearts of every vampire's castle. In one of their Twitter posts, they show off a 1-minute video showing what the previous build system looked like, and in it we get a chance to see what dragging blood essence into this station will entail. Dragging the essence in will increase the protection of decay from our base and enable our fortifications to regenerate if they take damage. Going back to the trailer video, I'm really enjoying the designs of the hanging lanterns and statues. We then get a shot of some lined up furnaces, and the next part seems to be an official reveal for what we can expect from the vampire Thrall system. There are regular humans inside of these cages, but also fighter-based ones like archers, rogues, and brute tanks. A while back they mentioned that we would be able to build coffins for these thralls and turn them into our servants to defend our base. We next get a scene of the workbenches while they're in their crafting state, and if you hadn't noticed in most of these scenes, the floor tile is actually different, meaning we'll have access to more options instead of just using the standard castle floor. This tailoring room especially is one of my favorite shots. I love the animations that play while the benches are in use, and you can even see the animation we'll be using when we access it by looking at this character right here. Next scene is of a vampire mess hall. There's actually a lot to unpack in this one too. You can see newly added wallpapers in the background instead of the regular castle walls, new decoration items like these banners on the side, and these vases look pretty new too from what I can remember, and then we see another look at the bat form. So now this is the confirmation that we will be able to turn into not only bears, which get showcased later and has been showcased before, but flying bats. Of course, there's always balance needed with something like this because often in survival games, flying can be one of the more controversial features, but I'm sure with player feedback, they'll be able to come up with the way to incorporate this form while making sure that it doesn't become overpowered. And this is the part right here where they essentially confirm how the vampire Thrall system's gonna work. We can see these humans rising up out of these coffins, and just to draw back to the exact quote they provided when they first talked about this, they said that in the current design, we can hunt down human warriors, archers, and mages. They'll protect our domain and stand ready to do our bidding. Servants will also give us an extra pair of hands on our crafting stations, and it looks like we'll be able to have at least 6 of them or more. This next scene shows our vampires interacting with what appears to be a portal, but I don't think it's been officially revealed what exactly this is, so I can't delve into this more based off of what I know from playing the beta. However, this isn't the first time we've seen this, because one of the GIFs they posted on Twitter had 2 vampires standing in front of it, and it was also shown in the fundamental section of the building tweet video they put out. We then have a couple really beautiful shots from a top-down view, but they also zoom in really far for a cinematic shot of the front of the castle. I'm also noticing as these scenes go by that we're getting showcases of very unique armor and outfit styles, while they also show that we can design our castles with different color schemes when it comes to the lights, rugs, curtains, and more. The very final scene shows off a vampire turning into a full-on bear, which confirms that we will be able to utilize the bear form, but also use it to break down the resource nodes that can't be gathered with regular weapons like this mace. So far that's really all that I was able to notice, but I'm sure there was a few more interesting details in there that I missed. Highly recommend checking out this trailer, and they also just put out the 12th developer blog that dives into the castle system and servants in more detail, so that'll be the next V-Rising video we release. Till then, have a wonderful night or day folks, and farewell.
Just